Hello! I hope everyone's having a great day. This is Sandy from Ledoux Designs, and I am going to share the Vines and Roses stamp and die set. It's one that we did in a previous video, but we didn't finish doing all of the flowers, so we're going to start up with the flowers again tonight. So we had these 4 remaining flowers that we die cut from yesterday. So the way this stamp set works, for those that have never seen it, is this piece right here is one full piece stamp. So it's just one complete piece stamp. So you kind of need a larger stamping platform or a large block in order to do this one. And you just stamp the whole thing. It stays in this pattern right here. And then when you get ready to die cut them out, this is the die cut piece. It's also one large piece. Hey Meg. And it fits right over top of these, and we'll cut them all out at one time. So we did that yesterday. We colored several of the flowers already and made cards on last night's video, and the cards came out like this. So these are the ones that we colored. And then they have washi tape that matches the die set. So what you do is you take, like I used 110-pound paper, and you start the die washi tape right here on the edge, and you roll it across the paper and cut it where it ends. So make sure that you know it matches the stamp set. And then we took the die and we placed it right over top of the washi tape images and cut them all out. So last night we used several of them, and tonight we have the ones that have more purple and blue in them. So these are the ones that we have left from last night. Hi Lynn. They're really pretty. We made this card with the other parts of them. So this one was more lighter colored pink and yellow, and these are more purple and blue. So our cards will be different tonight than they were last night. So we have these left, so we're going to make a card with these, and then we also are going to color these remaining ones that we have, and we're going to make a card out of these as well. So this is a stamp and die bundle. I've found out that there are also, you can also buy this matching stencil, and it does the similar thing. So the stencils will make them all, and you can die cut them with the same die cut. So it's this whole universal package that's pretty neat. This is the die set. There are sentiments at the bottom. So there's 5 sentiments down here. There's 4 dies that match those sentiments. This one doesn't have a die cut, but the rest of them do. So that is the set. It is from Pink Fresh, and this is what we're going to work on. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, one more thing, tonight we're going to use this die. I don't remember where I got this die. I'm sorry that I don't remember, and there's no name on it, but you can use any background die that you want, but we're going to use this one when we build our card. I'm doing great tonight. I hope you guys are doing well. So I have these, let me move this. I don't like it when you can see the reflection in there. So we have these flowers left. I have chosen the same green colors from last night for the leaves, the same orange colors for the orange flowers that we did last night. And then we also did blue last night, so same colors of blue. And then we're going to add purple tonight. So we're going to add purple colors as well. So we'll have more colored flowers than just orange and blue. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the leaves because it's the easiest part and it's all consistent. And then we'll have to skip around for the flowers. So we're going to start. This is my Copic holder right here. I'm going to zoom in and you will be able to see the color that I'm working on. I'll put the caps right here so you can keep up with where I'm at should you want to do that as well. This video will be uploaded to YouTube, so if you're watching it there, thank you so much, and be sure to like and subscribe. Oh, yay. Good, Mom. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Mom. We have G99, G94, G24, and YG21. Now, I'll add these to the YouTube channel as well in the description, so if you ever want to go back and color, you can always find the colors that I used there as well. So, G99 is what we're starting with. I always remove both caps. That way we don't have any issues with it blopping ink all over my paper. I am using hammer mill paper. It was gifted to me by a friend, and I'm testing it out, and when you test out paper, you have to color a lot on it. So we're just going to keep coloring on this paper for a while and see what we think. And I will keep you guys posted as I learn a little bit more about this paper. I'm looking for the new paper I'm going to use on a consistent basis. I will be comparing this one to Express It, so I need to pick me up some more Express It paper and play with that again. It used to be my favorite, so I wouldn't be surprised if I get there again. But I don't know, this hammer mill paper seems to be working pretty awesomely as well. So I'm happy with that. It's very smooth coloring. I don't have any problems. The only thing I have noticed so far is that if you're heavy-handed, and I am, sometimes it will bleed just a little bit if you get the paper too saturated. So that's just a learning curve. Some papers do that and some don't, so I wouldn't say that's a deal breaker for me. I would just say it's a learning curve. I do like that I don't have to layer these more than once. I used to always layer Express It, double layer it with ink to get the deep dark colors that I wanted, but it doesn't seem like I have to do that with this. So I'm pretty happy so far with this paper, but I don't know where I'll be a couple weeks from now, but I will keep you guys posted, letting you know, and then I will post a picture of it and whatever when I decide which papers I'll be using. I do need to find me a craft paper to color on as well. I do like craft paper. I think these flowers would look really pretty on craft paper. I may have to try that. It'll give it just such a different look, I think. So how's everybody doing? Are you guys excited for 4th of July coming up? Anybody going to see fireworks or anything like that? We don't usually go for fireworks. I love fireworks though. Sometimes we do, but the crowds are just crazy.
I like going to fireworks.
You like going to fireworks?
Yeah.
I bet you do. Oh, so for those of you that don't know, that was Cooper. He is here with me tonight. He's playing his video games, so you can probably hear a little bit of clicking going on. That's him playing video games while he's hanging out with me here in the craft room. I started a project with him today. Having fireworks in your backyard, oh, that's awesome. We can't do that. We live too close to the city. We're not allowed. Although people generally do it in the neighborhood anyway, little ones, but yeah. Meg says, hi, Cooper.
Hi.
He's been such a good boy today. I tried to get him to take a nap earlier with me, just, because I was tired, but I said, I'm tired, do you want to take a nap? And he goes, no. And then he said, can I watch Bluey? And I said, well, I'd rather watch a different movie. And he said, well, aren't you taking a nap? Oh, you live in the boonies? That makes sense. Yeah, I think we've gone out to my parents once or twice. They live far out too. I've gone to my brother's a couple times, and they do fireworks in there. They're allowed to do them where they live. Oh, every year. How awesome would that be? So basically what I'm doing is finding the bottom part of the leaf and adding the darkest depth to it. And then I know that the paper is drying since I'm doing all the dark color at one time, but I'm kind of okay with that because these are leaves and I don't want to blend them smoothly because they're real life, so they don't necessarily have to be smooth colored. So I am just okay with them with this particular stamp drying while waiting for the next color. So just in case you guys noticed, when you normally watch me, I don't normally do this much at one time just because I don't want it to dry in between, but this one, it's okay. Hopefully you can see, I'm trying to hold my marker back a little bit further so you can see what I'm doing. Everything else is good. I'm still waiting on some of my shipments. I have some stuff to show you that we're going to do next week. I'm excited. So right now we're introducing or sharing some of our new company supplies that we have. So each week I've been changing up which company I'm using. So this week it was Pink Fresh. Last week it was the Sassy Club, and next up will be Whimsy. So I will be showing you what we're going to be working on here in just a little bit. If you can stick around and hang out. You can see fine? Great. Great, great, great. I am so glad. So I'm assuming most people are off tomorrow, so that is great. That's why I moved the live to tonight, because I figured everybody would be wanting to do fireworks or watch fireworks. I'm doing your favorite flowers. These flowers are really fun too. Yes, and we even have a project with Whimsy. It's not just going to be coloring or a card. It's going to be an actual project, which I'm super excited about because I haven't really played with it much, but I think it's going to be one of those that I'll use a lot because it's really neat. So I will be showing you guys in just a little bit. And I love that these flowers are not real defined, so you can kind of do whatever you want with them, and I love that about them. So these are actually from Pink Fresh, in case you missed the beginning of the video. We're switching colors now. This one is still fairly dark, so we're just going to extend out from where we put that last color, just starting to build in that depth right there around the base of the leaf. We're not going to go around the outside until we get to the next color. This is a 4-color combination I've chosen. So we're only going to use 4 markers for this. I know that a lot of times people say you need 3 or you need 5 or you need whatever, however many markers, but I tend to use what I think gets me the color that I want and the blend that I want, and so I don't really pay that close attention to how many markers I'm using in that combination. I just use whatever gives me the color that I want. And I noticed I missed 3 leaves right there with the dark color, so I'll have to pull that dark color out again before I'm finished with this particular flower group. This side. But yeah, so I don't think it really matters. I think what really matters is how you use the combination of them. Now, a popular question would be that I say, oh, this is the true color or the mid-tone color, the one that I use the most. And you're not a colorer, but I guess I could change my mind a little bit. Pencils are my favorite colors. Oh, yeah, you could definitely do these with pencils. And also, I don't know, Sharon, if you saw earlier, but this actual set comes with washi tape where it's already designed. It's already colored for you. You lay out the washi tape on paper, and then you use the die to cut those flowers out, and you end up with these. So and look, it even has gold on it. So you don't actually have to color this stamp set. You can buy just the washi tape and the die, or the stencils and the die. You don't have to necessarily have, oh, I missed this leaf too. You don't necessarily have to be coloring to do this one. It's just up to you. And because I am a colorist, when I saw it, I fell in love with the washi tape first. I just thought it was just so gorgeous that I wanted it real bad. And I didn't want to, I was like, but I'm going to want to color this myself. I mean, because, you know, that's how I am. And so she showed me, oh, well, we have it in stamp form too, so you can get the stamps and you can color it yourself, and then the washi tape you can use when you don't have time to color or you want it to just look different. And I like that the washi tape looks like watercolor to me, so definitely different than what I normally do. But I really liked it, and that's the reason I chose this one to share on the live, because I just thought it touches some different followers, different things that they like, and I thought it was super cool. Now the washi tape colors stay the same, so that never changes, but having the stamp set, or I don't have the stencil, but if I did, they were sold out at the time, so I didn't get the stencil. But if I had the stencil, then I can make these a bunch of times and just change it up every time that I do it. So I love that. I love that it's for every occasion. This is Pink Fresh. This is Pink Fresh. And I have another one on order that is, it's like vegetables and fruits. It's like a fruit. I don't know. I thought the fruits, I don't know why I have like an obsession with fruit on stamp sets. I don't color them very often, but I just want them all. And if I don't have an affiliate link or anything to Pink Fresh, so if somebody wants to post their link in there, I'm fine with that. We found out last night that Tammy told us that they had a poinsettia set, because I said this would be an epic one to do for Christmas because you could get so many cards done so fast. So she posted the links for all the pieces of the poinsettia in the group, in the Ledoux Designs fan group. So if you're interested, you could always use that link. I think that one went to scrapbook.com, but so you can get them there, or you can get them at Pink Fresh, but they're Pink Fresh brand. And these leaves look very dark, but when we finish, they're going to be much brighter because we're going to add some YG to it. You have the poinsettia set? Ooh, man, I'm telling you what, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up owning that one as well. But I really like the idea of these and how many different ways you can use them. It just changes up your craft so you're not doing the same thing, you know, all the time. I mean, I could color, well, I kind of do, every day, all the time, and be happy because it's my favorite thing to do. But when friends come over and we want to craft together, I like having like project kits or these types of dies and stencils and stuff, so we can do things a little bit different. It's not always, oh, every time I go over to Craft with Sandy, we have to color. So, or she just colors, she doesn't do anything else. So I like to have these kind for different occasions. I do love to color, don't get me wrong, but I also like to do other stuff too. So I've been kind of in this graphic 45 and oh, what's the other one called? Not 49th and Market. I've been on a kick on them lately. I love their papers and their stuff, so I've been really happy with their stuff lately. Been playing with that. The poinsettia are great. Hi, Laura. Thank you for popping in. I really like these. Now, roses aren't really the ones that I would normally pick. I did like this one other set that they had that was different flowers, but I liked the washi tape on this one, and they didn't have the washi tape on hand on the other one, and I wanted the whole set, so I went with the roses. But I like them. I mean, I'm not unhappy with this set at all. I could see me using it a lot. And it was easy to use. It was easy to figure out. I didn't really need a bunch of instructions or anything. I like super fast. I like not complicated. And that is why I teach projects and things like that in the least complicated way, because I don't like complicated, so I'm not going to torture everyone else with complicated. So we're going to switch to our third color, which is going to be the one that I'm going to treat as my true color. I think there's another petal right here. We'll just make this one a little bit lighter. So the next one is going to be G24. Now we're getting lighter, and when you have 4 markers, you can choose whichever one you want to be the true color, either the second or the third color. In this case, this third color is much lighter, so I've chosen to make that my true color for the project. So that's the one that I'm going to go around the outside on. I'm just going to blend that out, leaving a little bit of area for my highlight color, which we're going to use next. So we're just kind of blending, leaving very small places. This is the color that takes up the most space, and you do a little bit of your blending with that. So I know this is a lot of leaf coloring, but hey, who doesn't need leaves? Leaves are so pretty. And I recently had some flowers on my desk that were given to me by some friends for my birthday. And they were so beautiful, and I could smell them while I was sitting in here. But, you know, it's been almost 3 weeks now, so they finally had to go to rest. So I miss that smell on my desk, though. I was like, I wish I had a green thumb. I would grow flowers, and then I would just put them in my craft room all the time so I could smell them, because they're just so pretty when you can smell them in here. It just kind of makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Poinsettia are your favorite Christmas flower? I really like those too. I'm with you, Sharon. I really like the poinsettia. And I like to color it too, because you can do it so many varieties of red. It's really pretty. I like them. But my absolute favorite flower is the Gerber daisy. I never know if I'm saying that right, because it really is spelled like Gerbera. But I like the Gerber daisies, mostly because they come in all colors, and clearly I'm a colorist and I love colors, so that kind of makes sense. But that's my favorite flower. Plus they last longer than some of the other flowers, which is what I really want. Too bad they don't stay forever. I know, Cheryl. I was so sad when I had to throw them away, but they started like dropping all their petals on my desk, so I had to let them go. But I wish they lasted way longer. Like, I wish you could have them for a couple months because they're just so beautiful. I don't really have any flowers or anything that grow in my yard. I'm not a green thumb kind of lady. I don't like doing any yard work. I pay somebody for that. Not that I can't. I've done yard work. I just don't like it. It's just not my favorite thing. I just want to spend all my days coloring and hanging out in the house where it's cool, because it was 95 degrees when I picked up Cooper today, so wow. Just adding that little bit, look at how much lighter it made those petals. They're gonna get, those leaves, and they're gonna get even lighter with the next one. Let me see if I can get through these just a tad bit faster so we can get to the flowers. So I'm sure you guys are dying to see the flowers. We have 1, 2, 3 colors of flowers, so you have the purple, the blue, and the orange. And then we're going to make these cards. And let me tell you, if you liked last night's cards that I showed at the beginning of the video, you are really going to like tonight's, because I saved the best for last. Because it has purple in it, of course. Yeah, there you go. See, she nailed it. I did too much yard work as a kid. It's true. We picked weeds all the time when we were young. I say we, me and my sister and my brother. We all weed picking in the summer. Not my favorite thing, for sure. Definitely kept us out of trouble, though. And it cleaned up the yard. So there you go. It's like a double thing. Somebody had to do it. Okay, whoops, almost missed this one. We gotta do this one too. So we don't want to miss any of these. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I know that you probably don't have to work tomorrow, so you could be out pottying or doing whatever you want tonight, but I really appreciate you guys stopping in to hang out with me. So let's see, what can we do? What do we want to talk about now? You guys have any questions? I was trying to cover what I'm coloring with, what I'm coloring on. Okay, so our last color is YG21, and this one goes a little bit into the yellow so that it brightens up the flowers. Now, the leaves. Now, when I color them, you won't be able to see it. You'll see it a little bit, but you'll be able to see it even more when it dries on the paper. So it's going to take a little bit for you to be able to see the effect. But we're going to do these a whole lot faster. We start from the outside of the leaf and color down in order to keep the depth down here instead of dragging the color out. So I always do it from the opposite end. It seems to keep the edges lighter, more lighter than what it does if you do it the other way. It also tends to keep me from having to do a second coat to deepen the colors. So that is why I am coloring from the opposite direction of what I did with the rest of the green colors. And we're just adding, I'm using a pretty heavier hand, so maybe around like a 3 or 4 versus a 1, so that it saturates the paper enough to move the ink around and blend that together, but not too blended. So this last step usually goes by significantly faster because I'm not building any texture or design or anything inside the petals. I mean the leaves. I keep calling them petals, you guys. What is wrong with me? That just proves I really don't have a green thumb. I like to color flowers a lot, but I like them to be like this. I'm not really big on dimensional flowers, but I'll bet you could make these dimensional if you wanted. I think that's where it's wrong when I do my leaves. So thanks for saying this. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, coming from the outside down keeps them lighter, and a little bit heavier, a little bit more ink in there will allow it to blend together. It's just magical. Sometimes it really is not the fact that like you're a great colorist, but it's also the tips and tricks that help get you there, even though people, you know, people don't know how long you've been coloring when you know the tricks and tips. I mean, I've been coloring for a really long time, but for you newbies, this is a very helpful tip right here, and you can use this on more than just leaves. You can use it on a lot of things, but look at how bright those are becoming. That one color has changed this so much. I left them there so you could see them start to dry and get a little bit brighter. Again, that's also sometimes your paper, so knowing your paper helps as well. So when you color on something, I missed one with the last color. When you color on craft paper, you definitely have to wait until the color dries to see what color it's really going to be, because it looks significantly darker until it dries. So kind of practice on your paper and you'll know how it's going to react when you get done. This one I noticed lightens up a little bit after it dries, especially with these greens. So, but I really like this green combination, and it's not my normal combination actually. I don't normally use G24 in my leaves, but and usually YG03 instead of 21, but I really wanted it to stand out, so it's not my go-to colors, but I like to show you guys different colors. So see, that one's not as bright as that one, but it will be when it dries, so just be patient. The molecules are still moving around. Blending together. They kind of do some of the work on their own. So sometimes you have to blend until you're close to being happy, and then let the paper, the ink, and the process do the rest for you. If you do it until you're super happy with the color, usually it's gonna blend a little bit more and take it a little further than you wanted it to go. So also try to keep that in mind. Also, I have a question. Does anyone have those color boxes? What are they? Color cube? Does anyone have color cubes? I know they've been advertising it a lot on Facebook, and I was wondering if anyone had them and if you like them. I have them. I just want to know if anyone else has them, because maybe we could use some of them to show some how I would use them, kind of thing. So we're going to do our orange color next. I have 5 colors for this one. So I have E08, YR07, R05, R14, and RV42. So we're just going to do two in orange. We're not going to do these two. One of these will be blue and one will be purple. But this one right here, we're going to do these two on the end orange. You never heard of them? A friend of yours does. They seem amazing. Yeah. So my mom bought them for me for Christmas. If no one knows what they are, they look like this. They're a big cube of box of stuff, and inside are a bajillion cards that show you color combinations, and then they tell you the colors that they use, the colors that you can use to get those shades. And so it's like playing with color swatches, kinda. She did a video, and we'll be doing another, and I'm waiting to see what she says. I've had them for about a year. I haven't used them a whole lot because I haven't really gotten stuck on a color that I needed. So I haven't really used them, but I was thinking about maybe doing a couple of videos with them, which is why I was asking what you guys thought. See if anybody was currently using them, or if you would like to see them. I think that's a leaf right there that I missed. So I'm gonna just wait and do that with the green.
She'll ask if they're for Copics.
Yeah, well, they're for a lot of stuff, more than just Copics. But yes, there is a reference to Copics in them. But there's also, like, I think color pencils and
Hex codes if you want to do it digital.
there's hex codes if you want to use it digitally. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Hey, Joy, you would watch? You're really on the fence? Then yeah, we should probably do some with that. We should probably do a little bit about that. I know if Lynn's gonna do it, that's great. I would love to watch that as well. But why not have more? It's always good to see a couple of people's opinion before you purchase something like that. But I watched it for a while, and then I had a friend that got one, and they said they really, really liked it and used it a lot. But I won't lie, I haven't used mine very much, but it's not because, like, I don't like it. It's just that I haven't needed it. Always better with more opinions. Correct. I agree. Okay. So when I do these flowers, I try to find the sections that will have the most shadow in them and color those with the darkest color first. So these petals are coming out from the center of the flower. So I'm kind of building in a little bit of the veins all on my own. If you want, you can do it like this, but if not, you could always color it like watercolor-ish if you wanted, or just all one color. I think it would still be gorgeous all in one color. I don't think you necessarily have to do this much detail in them, but that's just me, you know. See, you'll watch to see what they're like. Yeah. So I have two of the cubes. So you saw how many cards were in there. You can only imagine how many more there are in a whole nother box. And then they also, I got the whole bundle. My mom got it for me for Christmas, and I got the digital access as well. So yeah, so I kind of have the whole kit and caboodle. So we could definitely play with them, though. It's kind of like some people do color challenges. We used to do them at Sweet Sentiment, but I used to manage that part of it, where I gave you like some colors and you used them on your project kind of thing. And we just got away from it because most people weren't doing it, but I think it's fun. I just, you know, I think the color cubes work better because people are looking for something that they want to create, not something that you're saying, oh, you have to do this color, or oh, you have to do that color. Holy cow. I don't know how many are in each box, but I figured it was probably a lot. Joy, you have the cubes too? Do you use them a lot, Joy? I'm curious to know. I mean, they're pretty neat. They have some really amazing combinations in there, but I've only just looked at them. I haven't never used them for a project. I actually made my own, like,
That's a cool story.
great to stumble upon a live. Yay! We're glad to have you here. We are glad to have you here. So this is the Pink Fresh stamp and die set. Gets me out of a funk and out of your comfort zone. Excellent. That's a great description, Joy. I don't normally have that. Normally I'm in a funk and I color to get out of my funk. I'm not in a coloring funk. Does that make sense? Maybe that's the artist in me. That I use it to relieve when I'm in a funk. So this set right here, for those that just popped on, this is a stamp and die set that also has a washi tape that the dies will cut out as well. So we did that part yesterday, and we have some of those washi tape pieces left that we're going to create a card with as soon as we're finished coloring these flowers. So we're going to make 2 cards, one with the ones that I hand colored and one with the washi tape colored images. So we have a couple of options tonight. Yeah, coloring is my therapy too, for sure. So let me tell you, there's been some serious coloring lately. And I have a project in the making right now. It's kind of a me and Cooper project. I'm building like a game for us to play, but I'm using, you know, images and things like that. So I started that today. And it's going to take me a bit to get it done because, you know, he's older, so I need to have more of them than the couple I thought I was going to have. So I stamped them all today. This is my stack, so there will be an enormous amount of coloring going on here. So I'm taking pictures along the way so you guys can see the process once I'm done and what they end up being when I'm done. But I like to build little things for Cooper and I. So I may have him color some of them, so they'll be colored by both of us for the little game. But yeah, I made his flashcards when he was little. It's fun. I make all the birthday cards and decorations and all that good stuff. It's just fun. It's my happy place. Yes. Coloring is therapy. I use coloring a lot, but actually drawing and sketching is more of like if I really need like therapeutic time, I'm usually drawing or sketching or writing because, well, that's what I learned a long time ago when I was in counseling. And I was like, I'm not a good journaler. And she was like, yeah, but you can draw, right? And I was like, yeah. She goes, use that. So I do. I don't ever show those. Those things that come out of me when I'm using therapy, drawing. Those are not the images you guys end up with in the end. But they are, yeah. They are a process. They might trigger ideas, though, that's for sure. So I am coming from the outside in because this is the lightest color to keep the edges of these flowers lighter. So there we have orange. Yes, get drawing, my friend. I have some images already. Yay, your stitch planner came in. Yay. I can't wait. I have mine. I haven't done anything in it yet because I know that we're going to do that. But I haven't done anything. I put it on hold and I'm excited. Okay, so next we're going to do 3 flowers in blue. And we only have 3 colors in blue, so it'll go a little faster than the orange one did. And then we'll do the other 3 in purple. Sewing or Stitch the alien. Stitch from Disney. There's a new planner. I can't remember if I think Happy Planner. Was it Happy Planner? I think it was Happy Planner. They had a special release come out with Lilo and Stitch. And it's a box deal, so you kind of got multiple items to go with it. And it's really, really neat. I like it. I'm super happy with it. It came in and I was excited. Happy Planner it is. Happy Planner. Okay, we're going to do this flower, and this flower in blue. So I'm going to go ahead and do the base parts and the parts that would have shadow with this darkest color. So I always start what's up close, and then I start building these petals out so they look like flower petals when I get done. So wherever the depth is, I need to get that in there. And again, these are not real defined flowers, so you really can build them out however you want them. But yeah, the minute I saw this stitch, I bought it right away. I actually bought it for my birthday, for my birthday. Because it came out right around that time and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. Okay, so this is my first little petal. I'm gonna put a little bit up here underneath the leaves, just because there'd be some shadow there. So this is the first one. You're a doodles girl? I love to doodle too. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was a little better at Zentangle, but I do like to doodle. I doodled a lot when I was younger, like in school young. Is it raining or are you watering the lawn?
Watering lawn.
Okay. I can hear the water hitting the back window, so my craft window, so I was like, is it raining? Because it was 95 degrees today. We could use some rain. Could have got hotter than that. That's just how hot it was when I went to pick up Cooper. I'm going to put some up in these little petals right here so they stand out just a little bit more. A little bit from the center, because the center part would stay pretty dark right there. I should probably do this one too. You love Zentangle, but I don't always follow them. You make up your own. See, that's awesome. I did that for a while, but I felt like I ended up doing the same designs over and over again. Like I don't know. It's weird that I wasn't all that creative with this with the Zentangle, but I did like it. And I think it's really cool looking when other people do it. You should share some of that in the group, Meg. You can share that. If you have projects that you Zentangled, we would love to see that. We don't have a whole lot of sharers in the group right now, but you guys, in case you didn't know, you are welcome to share in the group. I mean, being that I don't really have a shop at this point yet, and I'm just advertising other companies, I put a list out there of companies. It's just a list of the companies that I'll be using is the list I put on there. But if you guys have other companies, you can certainly suggest them. I'm open to hearing or potentially using. Yeah, you can share your coloring. And yes, it's encouraged. We would love to see it. Again, I don't really have a, it's not like, We're kind of like we are called Ledoux Designs. I would love you to share if you have any of the designs that I've drawn. I would love for you to share those, but it doesn't have to be limited to that. We would love to see, I mean, you know, just share away within a shape. Oh yeah, with the fine line markers or pens. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I even bought the Zentangle books a few years back when I thought that was going to be my thing. But I found that I sat there a lot just looking at the paper, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But I do like coloring Zentangle stuff that other people do. I find that fun as well. I mostly doodle on my iPad, so I really can't share that quite as much as I can. I could if I was doing it on paper. That's why I share cards and stuff. But you can share projects, cards, you know, Zentangle, whatever you do. Let's just get active. I just want people to talk and be happy and share their stuff, and, you know, just get some chit-chatting and communicating going on and sharing your awesome stuff. There we go. We have one more. We're gonna have to do this flower as well. I just didn't want all of that to dry before I blended the petals. Okay, so B04 is going to be next, and again, we're going to go from the outside, from the tip of the petal backwards, because we want to keep that area really light, and you'll see why as we start getting the color into it, how much lighter it stays if you start from one end and just put one really light coat. You get a much better contrast between the colors that way. So we're turning our little image around.
That's she does cards and also scrapbook.
Oh, Beth, you can share scrapbook stuff too. I scrapbook too. I don't know if you knew that. I have like 32 or 33 scrapbook albums completed, and 2 in the making right now.
I like to see Beth, or no, Meg.
Yeah.
Do a Zentangle with the lotus flower stencil.
Hey, I don't know if she has it. Meg, do you have the lotus stencil that Dale and I designed a while back? The lotus stencil? Cheryl, you do scrapbooking too? Look at all these scrapbookers we have that we didn't know we had. Nice.
She thinks she does.
Okay, if you do, Dale said he would love to see you trace out that design and Zentangle inside that design.
And if she doesn't have the stencil, we'll send her one.
And he said, if you don't have it, PM me and we'll send you one. Okay, last flower in blue, and then we're going to go to purple. So I got some fuzzies on the tip of my marker, so hang on one second. Okay, so these, when you're doing these flowers, because they don't have a lot of definition in them, and I'm just building that definition on my own, I'm doing it without much thinking, so they go a little bit faster. You'll check it out. Yeah, he really would love to see that. That was what he said. Have her tell us if we have one, if she has one. I'd love to see her Zentangle that. It's really an amazing idea, because there's a lot of space on that lotus stencil. Okay, this is the center part of my flower. I want that to stay pretty dark. There we go. All right. Holy guacamole. I'll share scrapbook pages. I'm so glad I found you and the people in this group. Yay, me too, Beth. Yes, share scrapbook pages. We'd love to see them. You never know. So much inspiration for people who don't scrapbook that they could get for a card just by seeing someone's scrapbook page. It's amazing. And by the way, I started out as a creative memories consultant many moons ago when my kids were little.
How many scrapbooks do you have?
I have 32, I think, scrapbooks completed. So yeah, I love scrapbook pages. I love seeing everybody's scrapbooks and stuff. So yeah, I'm open to sharing scrapbook pages as well. Also, I might even be doing some projects with these. Would be amazing. These flowers would be amazing in a scrapbook page. Don't you think? They cut out easily. They would look beautiful on the page. The stencil could work in the scrapbook, right directly in on the pages, which I think would be really neat as well. So yeah, so many things. I think more people scrapbook than we know. Yay! Everybody loves to scrapbook. You know, I'm a big 12 by 12 scrapbooker, but I'd like to get into the 6 by 6 a little bit more. I had another one going, but now I'll probably never finish that one. This is B04. And I'm going from the outside in to keep that very light color once again. Now our purple combination is going to have 4 colors. So this one had 3, the other one has 5, the next one's going to have 4. So there we go. So we have that one done, and as they dry you can see the dimension a little bit better. When they're wet they look a little bit closer to the same. It would be very pretty in a scrapbook. I agree 100%. This is an amazing set for that. Okay, so for the purple I have V09, V17, V06, and V15. So we're finished with this one. So we have these 3. And then we're going to be ready to make our cards tonight. And we have 2 cards we're going to make. One with the colored images and one with the washi tape images. So sit back and relax. We got more work to do. You guys have been very active talking tonight. I really appreciate that. I love that. So I guess the question is, a lot of you followed me before when I did my lives at 9:30 Central instead of 8:30 Central. So let me know, what do you think about the time shift to a little bit earlier? Do you guys like that better, so it doesn't go until like 11 o'clock at night or midnight? I mean, I'm a night owl, so all times work for me. You never know, I might be throwing in some midnight ones just for the heck of it at some point. I feel crafty late at night, might pop on live. But let me know if you guys like that 8:30, or if 9:30 worked better. It seemed like we had more people when we did it a little bit later, but I don't know if that's because it's a different group now or if that time worked better for you guys. So I'm curious to hear the answer to that question. So feel free to chime in. Yes, darling.
What does curious mean?
What does curious mean? It means I'd like to know. It means I would like to know what you think. I like the shift that put you to sleep now, so I can watch. Like, oh, good. Okay, so that works great. Yay, I'm glad. Okay, so one for 8:30 for sure. Dale works, so he was like, I think a little bit earlier works for me, because by the time you upload the video and stuff, it's already time to go to bed. I need some time too. So he suggested the earlier time. It's a little bit more challenging for me to remember because I did for years. I did it at 9:30, so it's a little bit of a shift for me, but I don't mind it either way. It's kind of nice to get done and it's not immediately time to go to bed. But I mean, I don't always go to bed at that early anyway.
We need our YouTube time.
Huh?
We need our YouTube time.
We need our YouTube time?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, our time to upload and stuff?
To watch YouTube.
Oh, Dale has a little bit I might call addiction to YouTube. So once the video's over, while I'm working on, I think I'm just going to make this a petal so we can be, I won't have to go back to the green. He likes to surf YouTube while I'm uploading videos on my computer. And he says it gets too late if I start the live later. And he needs his YouTube time because he sits there and laughs at all the silly stuff on YouTube. Kind of makes me laugh at how much entertainment he gets out of that. Oh, Cheryl, you like later? I thought you were going to say that. I anticipated that. But I think the time zone is different for you. I haven't adjusted enough to know which one I like better. I do kind of like that I get done a little bit earlier, but there we go. All right, next color. Can't he watch YouTube as you are coloring? No, he cannot.
Well, I can if I want to be in another room.
Not in the same room. So what happens is I have cast, yeah, it's 10:30 there, it's 9:30 here. I cast my phone to the TV across the room so I can see what you guys are saying in larger print rather than trying to read it off of a computer. And so I take the TV as soon as the live goes on, and then he doesn't get the TV back until after the live is over. So if he wanted to not be in the room or go in another room, but he helps me monitor in case I miss questions and stuff like that. So he could go in another room and watch it, but he likes to stay in here and stay connected with everyone. So not while I'm doing the live. Yeah, whenever I watch any videos, they're all cast to the TV. Oh, Beth, you're in Iowa? I didn't know that. I saw someone today. I don't know why I was thinking that was you, but I think it's someone else. But I saw someone else that was kind of new in our group that said they checked in somewhere in Corpus Christi this weekend, and I was like, oh, that's right by where my son lives now. Michigan. You're in Meg, you're in Michigan. So that's why we saw you in Novi. Correct, huh? That's when we met you in Novi, right? I think I remember that. Hi, Roberta. Huh? Yep. How are you, Roberta? Oh, I got a fuzzy on my marker again. Okay, now this purple is deep purple. It's a little bit the color of my hair right now because I just got my hair done, so it's real dark, deep dark purple. But we're gonna add in the fuchsia-ish purple here next, and it's gonna be like our true color, so we're gonna put it around the outside and everything. So it's gonna change the color of these flowers pretty quick, so don't be surprised. Right now they look pretty deep, but we're gonna change them. Yes, I thought it was. Okay, so this is the third of 4 colors. Well, I almost did that backwards. Yes, it was very nice to meet you in person. Live near London. Do you know where that is? You're about 2 hours away from me. Oh. We have figured out why Facebook Lives have the flash screen of green every few minutes yet. No, is yours doing that? I haven't had that problem at all. Like not watching or I haven't had it happen to me either. But I have heard people talking about it. So I do not know why. But if anyone else on the live knows how to prevent that or why it's happening, please let us know. We would love to know. Every live. For crying out loud, what's up with that? That's terrible. I have watched a few lives and I haven't seen that happen, so I don't know if I didn't update. I haven't done the latest update on my phone, so maybe that's part of it. I haven't because I don't have a lot of space on my phone right now. It keeps telling me I'm maxed out. And I've already deleted like all the photos and all the everything that I can off the phone, and it still says it's too much. Yeah, it would be annoying. I don't remember if it does it on my laptop. Oh, I'd be curious to hear. That's disappointing. That could be why there's not as many people watching as were before, because a green screen every couple of minutes or seconds would be very frustrating. Well, just know if it gets very annoying for you, you can always watch the YouTube replay. I could really use some more YouTube followers. I'm kind of starting over from scratch, so I don't have the old channel that I used to use and do all my lives on, and I don't have access to those people on there. So I would love to grow these channels a little bit faster than being a brand newbie. So I don't know if you knew, but I do TikTok and Instagram, and I try to do a little something, either a card or a short fast video every day. I miss one here and there, but for the most part there is almost a new one every day, because we really have to build the criteria that's on there so more people will look and more people will visit. So yeah, it's a lot. So if you want to share with your friends, that would be great as well. Please don't feel obligated. It doesn't change your status in the group at all whatsoever. Feel free to share. Invite your friends to share. We love everything. We're going to leave this little bit of space open in these areas for this lightest color we're about to do next. But we are only using 4 colors, so we don't necessarily need to leave a lot of space because we only have 1 more color. We're on the 3rd color. There we go. You will try to find me. Ledoux Designs, and there's a you can try a space between the E and the D, LE space DOUX, or you can put it together. Sometimes it doesn't matter, sometimes it does. Does YouTube require X amount of subs before you can go live? Yes. It has a lot of requirements, so we're trying to build up for that right now. Yep. Okay, so this is my last color. This is V15. It's gonna settle it down a little bit from that fuchsia-ish color, but it's still gonna leave highlight enough. We could have used 12 instead of 15. It would have been significantly lighter, but I kind of wanted it to be this shade of purple, so that is why I chose those colors. And there we go. There's our purple flower. If y'all watch YouTube, she only gets credit if you watch longer than 3 minutes. Likes, comments, keep my... Yes, exactly. That is so true. Yep. Thank you, Roberta. Yes, it does. If people just pop on and don't really watch it, then it's, yeah, it doesn't really get me anywhere. But I have a lot of shorts out there. It wouldn't take you very long. The shorts are like a minute. They're extremely short, really fast show projects, and I don't do the shorts on Facebook, but I do them on YouTube, so they wouldn't take that long to just watch through. Dale has to add the share. I don't know why you can't see the share. We can see it on our end, on computers, on our phones. We can see that you can share the video. I made the group is public, so I don't know why you can't share. I think Dale said they might have called it something other than share. I can't remember what he said yesterday, and he walked out of the room, so we'll have to ask him when he comes back in. But I asked him to watch that because I knew you wanted to share, and it's there. Like I've put it there so that you can share, but I don't know why you can't see it. Okay, so those are our colors. Those are our flowers. We have finished coloring them. These are the 4 that we're gonna make on one card, and then what
it says is that for everybody else, it says send. When you click send at the top, it says more options. When you click on that, it gives you the share option.
Can you hear him, Cheryl? It says, he said if you click on the send button, and then it'll say more options, and then it'll give you the share. It just doesn't say just share anymore. There's like a...
Yeah, because if you hit send, it'll look through your contact list to send it to people, or you can...
At the top, you can pick an option to share on your page. These are the ones made with the washi tape. There you go. Thank you, Roberta. You can do it that way too. Okay, so it's time to put our cards together. So I have chosen regular Stampin' Up! Cardstock for the card base. I'm going to zoom out here real quick so you guys can see my messy desk. I'm going to use this paper for the background. It's by laviniastamps.com. It's really pretty. It was just a pack of all of this same color paper. There's no other colors in there, but the blue works really nicely with these, so with this one for sure. And then I'm also using a honeybee paper pack. I used some of the honeybee papers out of that one. And then we're going to use these Trinity Stamps embellishments on our card. So let's do the one that we colored first. So that's these. We'll set those aside. I am working on a new glass mat too. I know my other one is gone. But I was trying to come up with a unique design that I wanted to put on it that's going to have less reflection, so I'm working on that. So it'll go from this little Tim Holtz thing to something else. But when I put stuff on this, this is a cutting mat, and when I put stuff on the cutting mat, I can't pick it up with my nails. So I have to put the glass mat there so I can touch everything. Okay. So we're going to use a regular A2 size card base right here. This is just Stampin' Up! I think it's gorgeous grape color paper. I'm using my little Teflon score thingy keychain size, but I have some new ones of these coming in from Trinity Stamps, so I'll have a better one soon. And then I'm just going to use white cardstock to put inside my card, and we're going to use Bearly Art glue. I love, love, love Bearly Art glue. I will always stick with Bearly Art glue. They're my favorite. You can actually get this from Pajama Crafters shop if you need glue right now. I believe she has this in stock, and she's having a 75% off sale off of a lot of stuff. I went out there and was looking, and it's pretty amazing sale. Things for like $1.50 and $3.50, and yeah, it's super amazing. So if anybody's looking for that, you should check it out. What, honey? I can't hear you.
She's making room for new stuff.
Yes, she's making room for new stuff. She is not going out of business. She is making room for new designs on a desktop. The share button is still listed as share on YouTube using Google Chrome browser. Oh, look at you, Roberta. You got all the information on there. Okay, so I've chosen a couple of papers here. This is also Stampin' Up! Paper, and it's cut 1/4 of an inch smaller on each side, this side and this side, so that it leaves a matting on here. And then this one is 1/4 of an inch smaller. No, this one's only 1/8 of an inch smaller than that one. So it leaves just a little bit of blue, purple, and orange. So it kind of all goes together. So this is a regular A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that would make this one 4 by 5 1/4, and this one 1/8 of an inch smaller than that. You like the colors? I feel like they match these really, really well. And that's what I was going for, was matching up my... I will tell you that the Stampin' Up! Cardstock, it matches very well when I color with Copics. It matches very well. So I like to use it because I don't have any problems finding a color that matches what I've colored with the Stampin' Up! But I won't lie, I own all the Stampin' Up! Colors. Like, I have packs of all the colors. So, and then this, like I said, was Honeybee. So I felt like it matched up quite a bit with this. So you're going to see how quick these cards come together. I just chose the papers and decided to cut them down before the live, just so you guys wouldn't have to watch me cut paper. But I will try to tell you the sizes of them. So if you wanted to make it, this one is just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So we have to make sure we get that centered in there pretty good, so you can see a little bit of the blue all the way around. So that was perfect. That was pretty easy. That one worked out. Okay, and then this is the other piece of this paper. When I cut it, I had like an extra piece on the end, and I just am going to flip it over because it still matches the same. I want to flip it over and put it on here. This is Pink Fresh tonight. Yep, this is Pink Fresh. Okay, so I'm just going to set them on there at first so we can look, because I can't remember exactly where I want to put this, either here or up a little higher, I'm not sure. So we're going to lay the flowers on there so we know. So probably going to put one up here. And then I like this one in the corner, like that. Probably don't want them touching, so we're going to move them a little bit, like this. And then I think I'll put this one at the bottom because I'm kind of trying to keep I don't want the same color bumping up against each other, so I want to try to put them all around so you can really see them. And then I think we'll pop this one up, so, or we could leave it off. That would look just as good without it. So I cut 2 of the die cuts on 110-pound cardstock, so I only had to do 2 instead of 3. And I'm just going to put some glue on the back side of one of them, and I'm going to stick them together. And this is just going to give it a bit of dimension. I think it just looks nicer when it's popped up. So instead of using pop dots, I just decided to layer these up, and I just layered them 2 since it's 110-pound cardstock that I stamped on. And then we're going to put this on there. So we could stop right here if we wanted. This will just give you another variety, or since I want to use all of the ones that I colored, I'll probably pop this one up over here on the side, so maybe a little bit lower, kind of like this. Let's see, I think this was the idea I had right here. There we go. So now we just have to attach it together. So first I'm going to put the sentiment on there where I want it, and then we'll place all the other stuff after that. I think we'll do the bling last when we have both cards done, because I'm going to use the same bling for both cards. I like these sentiments. They're small. They fit on the card just perfectly. This one says, "I miss your smile." I think this is that "I miss your smile" is awesome. You could send that to anyone. But I like that these flowers, you can really send them. You could send these flowers to anybody, any kind of card. Sympathy, congratulations, best wishes. Like, "I miss you." All right, I think I wanted this one to be about right here. So this is probably 3/4 of an inch in height, and then it is the same width across. So, I mean, I cut it at the same time as the paper, so. Okay. So it says, "I can hear my checkbook crying because I want to make this card. Can you message me so I can get the flowers?" Yes, I can. Hello, Sarah. Yes, these, I'm serious. I love these. I'm really happy with them. I bought them at a local scrapbook store by my house when I was crafting with a few friends. I saw the washi tape and it sucked me in really fast. So much.
And they also have a coordinating stencil.
And they also have a coordinating stencil as well that you can get, which is awesome too. And yeah, I was sucked in pretty fast. And then she showed me all of the stuff that she had on order coming up, and I was like, oh, I need the fruit ones too, so order that for me and let me know when it comes in and I will come and pick it up. So, you love everything. Hey, Christina, you popped in when I wasn't looking. You love everything? I love everything too. Me too, me too. I've been doing some shopping lately, and you guys are going to get to see all the cool stuff. So next week is going to be Whimsy. I am excited about it. And I will be showing the items that we will be using tonight. I mean, that we'll be using next week. So you guys can be ready for that. It is going to be a project, not a card, but a project. So I'm excited about that. You were sucked in. That's what he said. Christina, what would I do without you? Did you get your package yet, Christina? Okay, so I'm going to place this one almost like we're encircling that amazing sentiment there. And by the way, that sentiment is actually in this stamp set that we have. It's same stamp set. So I stuck with all the stuff. Life would be boring without you. It would. I am going to use the pop dots that I used last night. So again, they're these things. I think scrapbook adhesives. I don't really know where you get them. I just pick them up whenever I see them so that I have them on hand and I don't have any issues finding them. Pretty sure scrapbook.com, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anything like that probably has these. I also have the smaller ones. They're about a quarter of the size, and they help for these smaller little areas because you guys know me. I do not like there to be spots that dip down once you stick down the flowers and stuff. So sometimes I even cut them in half, which I'm going to do with this one because I need a couple of smaller ones. So I just cut them in half, put them where I need them. I definitely need one down here, and I definitely need one here and one here and one here. I do not like these parts to dip down, so I know it's way too many dots. I probably don't need this many, but this is the way I like it. It came in the mail today. I was going to open it, but a tall glass of wine in my hot tub was calling my name. Okay, I understand completely. There's some other stuff in there. In a minute you'll open it. Yay. I've been shipping out a lot of stuff. So far only one has gotten lost and we are researching it right now, but everything else has been arriving. I just wanted to check and see. So now I'm going to peel the backs off. We're going to stick this one down and we'll have card number 1 completed. And I hope you guys love this. I do, for sure. Hey, maybe they're even running a sale. It is. There's a lot of sales going on right now with it being 4th of July. I can tell you Rabbit Hole Designs is having one and Pajama Crafters is having one, but I'm telling you, the one I've seen with the best deals is the Pajama Crafter one that's doing their clearance. They're like their summer blowout sales so they can make room for new designs and new, stamps and stuff. And some of their stuff is up to 75% off, and some of those are dies, like little dies and stuff, that standalone dies. Really awesome. You're still in the hot tub? You're going to be a prune. If they have tape, that might be better for you. It might be. That is so true. So if I suddenly disappear and my phone dies, oh, well, don't get electrocuted. So now we have a little bit of a dimension with this part sticking up since we double layered it. And then this one, I like the black pop dots because I feel like you don't see them as much when you're flipping the card around as you do the white. So it opens up, and then on the back I have a stamp, so it says created by me. I like to put that on all my cards, and you should too, because you never know when somebody might want to say, hey, I want that person to make some cards for me. They don't know who did it. You can't get the credit. Your husband picked you up for a Harley ride after work, and that's why my Happy Mail isn't opened. Oh, hey. That is acceptable. A Harley ride? How nice is that? Okay, so this is card number 1. We're going to bling it up when we finish card number 2. So here are the pieces that I have picked out for card number 2. Again, it's the Stampin' Up! Card base and the inside. And then this piece of paper has writing. Not that it makes any sense to me what the writing says. It looks like it's just random type writing or maybe a foreign language. But it's inside the Honeybee stamp set. And then here's that die that I talked about. I cut this with that die, and you can use any die, but I cut it out of this paper so it would have some different shading going through. You'll check the replay because you're falling asleep. We're almost done. You almost made it. And then I saved, of course, the bottom piece from this so that I could put it across because I really, really like doing that with this sentiment. I chose May Your Day Be As Beautiful As You, and I love that. So these are the pieces we're going to use, plus our flowers that were made with the washi tape. So we're going to get this card started. I will put the inside piece real quick on here. I try to do this so fast, sometimes my little glue bottle goes right off the page. Looks like I'm putting a lot, but I'm really not. You don't need that much. Good night. Sweet dreams. I won't be going to bed for a long time. Okay, then we're going to start adding these. So for this piece right here, if you like my bone folder, it's actually a keychain bone folder. But I have some new ones coming that are bigger than that from Trinity Stamps, and I'm excited to get them so I can try them out and see what I think of the bigger one. You just sent me a hot tub selfie. Okay. Good to know, good to know. So when I come visit, I get to hot tub bask as well. So I'm going to put my glue around the outside real quick, and that's the cool thing about this very precise tip, is that you can go around the outside with this very small tip. And then I just chose to put in glue in these bigger areas in the center, because I feel like that's enough to hold it down. You could go more if you wanted, like this or like this, but I don't really think you need all that much. I think it'll hold enough. So what I'm gonna do is line this over top of this one. Might be awkward for me to use. Smaller is better. Smaller is better. So I have two coming from them. One is the long one, like a bone folder, and the other one is only about this big, which I think is pretty neat. So I have two of them coming, and we'll see what we think. But I have like a huge box of stuff coming from them, because we will be using Trinity Stamps for upcoming videos as well. I have chosen some products for them for us to play with, and confirmed that they're not going to be like going out. They're newer items, so that we don't end up with the, oh sorry, you can't get it. I don't want that to happen. Okay, so what we do is we just put those words in the background, and now we're going to take this piece and we're going to stick it on our card base. Again, these pieces right here are about 1/4 of an inch smaller than the A2 size card. Because 1/4 of an inch smaller is my go-to size when I'm doing a matting, because I like to be able to see all the colors I have layered up. You know, if you go smaller than that, sometimes you can't see them so well. Like this one, you can see the blue, but not a whole lot. So I like to give myself enough room to be able to see all the colors, unless I feel like it'll be overpowering, like on this one. That's why I made the blue so tiny, because I wanted to see the purple and the orange. So we're going to do something similar with this one. I like that this piece of paper had a darker color and lighter color, so I thought that this one would be fun to include on this project. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put that, but we're going to go ahead and glue one of these to the other so we can layer them up. I did cut them all double layered. I just thought they'd be more sturdy and look better that way. Put the glue on the back of my hand and blot the image and get it all covered that way. Ooh, that's a good idea, but I'm way old school. That's a good idea. I don't know that if it's a flat card, if it necessarily needs to be on there, but if you felt like you needed more glue, that's a fabulous suggestion. I like it. So I'm going to press these two together. It is definitely thicker this way, so it looks a little bit like a chipboard sentiment, which I like. And then we're going to place this one on top of here. Probably on that side, but I'm not 100% sure. We need to lay out our flowers so we can make sure we know what we want to do. This is probably going to be my favorite card because I just love the colors on this one, and that paper is amazing. So we'll probably put this one up here. Maybe this one over here, sort of. And then these leaves, I think, are really pretty down here. And then this one will pull in just a little bit of a lighter color. Yeah. I like it. What a game changer in gluing dainty things. Will come in the mail soon, huh? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to attach the sentiment first. That way I know it's spaced out correctly and I don't end up with any issues. There we go. So I'm going to attach it to this, and then we'll glue this piece to the front of the card because I just want to make sure I get this on there perfectly. I'm trying to make sure that I have approximately the same distance from the top here as I have from the bottom here, and that it's nice and straight. It's a little bit crooked, so we're going to shift it just a tad. There we go. Better. I like it. I like it. I like it. And now we're going to attach this piece. This is using your scraps while you're crafting. So this was an extra piece that I normally would have thrown away, but I wanted to use it on the card, so I kept it. I thought it would be a nice accent piece. So I'm just making sure this fits on the front perfectly. There we go. I'm going to press it down with my press pop. There we go. And we could pop any of this if we wanted to. You love this card? I know this. I think this is my favorite card. I love these colors, and now you know by seeing this card how that washi tape sucked me in. I was so drawn into these colors on this washi tape. I just can't even tell you. They were just calling my name for sure. Then this one, and these make absolutely beautiful cards. Do you know how fast you can make these if you just made these multiple washi tape designs right here and die cut them out? That roll is a large roll of washi tape, so it will last a long time. I think make a lot of cards. Look at how thick the washi tape is. You can make a lot of cards with this. That's why I was saying for Christmas, if I did the poinsettias, how many I could get out of one set of cards. Oh, my hair was in the frame, so you could see how purple. Yeah, my hair is very, very purple right now. Yeah, I just got it done, so it's my favorite color. Thank you. Yeah, it will remain purple. I love it purple. It's unique for me. Where did I get the tape and the dye? This is Pink Fresh. I got them from a local store, but you can get them from pinkfresh.com. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. Pink Fresh Studio, that's right. So, you know, I'm not an affiliate with them. I just love this stuff, so I decided to use it and advertise for them, even though I don't have an affiliate. So, just go to Pink Fresh Studio and you should be able to find them. And this is called Vines and Roses. And there are stamps, dies, washi tape, and stencils that go with the whole set. The only part I don't have are the stencils because my local shop was sold out. So here's 2 cards we made out of these. This is the pre-made stuff, the washi tape one. And this is the one that we colored, which you could make any color that you want. Doesn't have to be these orange, blue, and purple, but I wanted to be a little different. I'm going to use these Trinity Stamps embellishments. These are like a crystal clear kind of sparkly whatever. I do have my affiliate links going there. I don't have one with Pink Fresh Studio, but I do, like, I have a Whimsy one and I have several other ones already, and I've been trying to post them in the group so you guys can use them if you want. But this is all I have of Pink Fresh. This is my first Pink Fresh purchase, so I don't have an affiliate for them yet. Doesn't mean I won't. Just means I don't right now. So these are very clear but very sparkly, and they look like they have a bit of gold sparkle in them too, which matches the gold trim that's in this. So I don't know if you can see this, but this washi tape has like a gold trim on it. There we go. You can kind of see it on this one. It's got a gold trim to it, which normally I'm not a gold gal, but on this, it's gorgeous. You're sure I'll be doing more? Yeah, I've been trying to contact people and like reach out and stuff. It just takes a bit of time to get all of that set up. Okay, so we're going to use this on both of them. So I'm just going to start putting some glue on here. I know they'll work with these embellishments because they're flat. I think I'm going to go with 5 this time. So let's choose our little, this glue dries clear and invisible, so if it oozes out, it's okay. You just started using washi tape. Yeah, I kind of waver back and forth. Like, I originally got a bunch of washi tape to use on cards, but I struggled with using them on cards. I was like, I just couldn't, I don't know, I just couldn't feel it. And so then I just started using it to hold my stencils down and stuff. And now I've discovered this washi tape that you can die cut, and this is stinking amazing. I love this stuff. So I'm pretty happy with it. I could see me using it a bunch more, especially for quick cards. Once you've made a couple of these, I mean, you could repeat these cards like a bunch of times and have just so much. But look, there we go. So now this card is done. There's some sparkle on there. I love that. But you could put any sentiment you want, write your note in there, sign it on the back. Super cute and fast. And then we're going to put a few embellishments on here, but I think I don't need any up in here because I feel like there's enough going on there. So I'm just going to put a few little ones down here. So probably just 3 on this one. And they'll sparkle a little bit more when the glue dries underneath them. Right now there's a lot of glue on that one. And then I think I'm going to use another medium one. And this tool right here, this is Trinity Stamps tool as well. I really like this. This is my picker tool with my poker on the other end, which is really helpful. Sometimes if there's a whole lot of glue, I'll pick up the glue with my tool just so, you know, you can see what it looks like without the glue all around it. But this, it says Trinity Stamps on the front. So this is my Trinity Stamps picker tool. Love that tool. Okay, so these are the cards we made tonight. These are the cards that we made last night. So this is, we got 4 cards out of, we got 2 out of the washi tape, so you can make 2 complete cards, and if you break them up more, you can make even more cards out of that. But this is 2 cards out of the washi tape, and this is 2 cards out of what I colored. So we ended up with 4 cards from all of it. And because I'd never used this before, I had already done the exact same thing. So you can duplicate these and make more and make so many pretty cards. They come out really super fast and amazingly. So who's ready to hear what we're going to do next week? Aren't they beautiful? I love these. I'm just telling you, I don't think that you would ever be sorry for purchasing something like this. I'll show it one more time. This is the stamp set from Pink Fresh. It's a very large stamp set. It's all one piece, so you don't have to line anything up. You just stamp this sucker on there. They gave you sentiments to go with it. And then this is the die set right here. And the die is also all one piece. So it's thin if you have a small die cut machine, but it's long, so you have to make sure it'll fit in your die cut machine. But it lays right over top of your stamp set, like perfectly. Just like that. You got 4 dies for the sentiments. And then I got the washi tape as well. And when you pull the washi tape out, it matches exactly with the die. So this is the template. Let's see if I can get that to sit there for a minute. This is the exact template. See? It's the exact template of what we stamped. So this just goes right, you lay this washi tape on white paper. I used 110-pound paper. And then I just die cut the whole thing at one time. And it made these cards right here. And this is one piece. So look at how thick this is. How many times you're going to be able to do that? Like a ton. So you get a lot out of it when you purchase it. I really like that. And then if you want, you can check out the stencils as well. They didn't have them, so I didn't use them. But that is the Pink Fresh stuff that we used in this video. And then next week, who's ready for next week? These are the ones that we're going to use for next week's live. So we're going to go with Whimsy Stamps. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. We're going to use this die right here. It's called an ATC book die set. So if you have this, definitely get it out, cut you some, and we'll go over how to put it together and how to make it and what it's going to look like. Hopefully I'll be able to play with it before then so I can have some other samples for you. And then to decorate this and what we're going to put inside this box, we have this stamp set. So this is called, what is the name of this? This is called Octopi Guys. Look how cute these are. They look like they're hanging from the sides of the cards, but then you have tentacles coming out from everywhere, which I think is super funny. So I bought the dies to go with it because I felt like it'd be a little bit harder to cut like this. So we're going to play with these Octopi Guys. We'll color them, do all of that, and then we'll make this ATC book die set, and we'll decorate it with these little guys. This is going to be next week, so I'm excited about that. If you want to get those ahead of time, I will post a picture of that in the group. Yeah, the ATC die. I thought so too. I haven't played with it yet, but I will definitely let you know next week what I think. I'll post a picture of that in the group tonight or in the morning so you'll know where those are from and what we're doing next week, and I will put my link in there for that in case anybody wants to get it and do it with me, or if you already have it, pull it out. And that's all I have for tonight. I sure hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that you will check it out, try it out. It was fun. I love it. I will use it again. So join me again next week and we'll go through this. We'll go through something totally new. So thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. Good night.